It's midnight in the valley, the time in which one day bleeds into another, and when the criminal element emerges from the shadows to wreak havoc upon those merely trying to live their lives. The name is Kirk Maybourne. I'm a detective trying to stave off the encroaching darkness. Sometimes, though, I wonder if all we can do is just hang on until daybreak comes, for there are forces beyond the precinct who will stop at nothing to get what they want.
Suspect was last seen armed on 18th. Does anybody have eyes?
I have eyes, Maybourne.
Where is he?
Oh, I was just answering your question. I have eyes. 2 of them, in fact.
Just let me know if you see anything.
Yes, I see suspicious activity at the bar.
Don't engage until I arrive.
I got this. Remember when I hit every target at the range with perfect accuracy?
Those are training officers, not targets.
Close enough.
Detective Maybourne, come find me.
Already have.
Good, you're here. Have you heard this one before? This little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy should have stayed home.
I don't get it.
You know Mother Goose?
Not ringing a bell.
The nursery rhyme. I'm trying to make a creepy pun about cops.
I thought you were talking about pigs.
The pigs are the cops, you idiot. You're ruining my vibe here.
You okay?
Yeah.
Should have seen it coming. The whole playing dumb routine.
Who said anything about playing?
The day of reckoning is at hand, Maybourne. We're gonna make you pay for what you've done to...
Sunrise. The darkness recedes, but questions remain. Was last night's attack an isolated incident, or part of a greater plot? I called upon an old friend, the former chief of police, to help with the investigation. Maybe he could ease my mind.
You look tired, Kirk.
It was hard to sleep after last night.
I mean, in general. You should take some time off.
Can't afford to. Not when there's threats out there.
There'll always be threats, Kirk.
Maybe you're right. How long have you been at this?
A long time. But there's a life outside police work. You just need to find it.
Come on, Patriot's waiting for us. Hey, Patriot. How you holding up?
Feel like hell. Chief, I'm honored. You came out of retirement for me? Well, I was one of your best officers.
You were one of my officers.
I'm just sorry I didn't get there sooner.
Don't be. I was careless. Who was that crazy guy who attacked me anyways?
Some lunatic named Ivan Wheeler. I put him away a while ago for a robbery, but I thought he was still serving time.
Let me guess. Released on good behavior?
Did you look at that business card I gave you?
Oh yeah, it's for a support group called VCTM. Apparently they help people with trauma issues, led by a man named Ambrose Graves, who's a bit of a local celebrity these days.
Might be worth looking into. Where can I find him?
Apparently they have a meeting downtown later today.
I'll check it out. You rest up. We're gonna need you back in the field soon.
Man, I was 2 days away from retirement.
How old are you people?
Maybourne, what have I told you about going down rabbit holes?
That sometimes you find something at the end of them.
Yeah, right. Wheeler was a nut job with a gun. We get that once a week. It's time to close this case.
There are loose ends, and you know it, Riggs.
What am I supposed to tell the public? I've got reporters on my back trying to find out who's responsible for this attack.
Let me just follow up on a lead and make sure no one else was involved. Then you can answer all of their questions.
You've got 1 day.
Thanks.
Maybourne, don't even think about getting the old chief involved. He's a loose cannon.
I wouldn't dream of it.
And that's what brings us to our topic of discussion today, the concept of personal responsibility. The idea that you and you alone are responsible for the setbacks in your life. We here at VCTM believe something a little different. You are not to blame. It is society that holds you down and tears you asunder. The very same disease society that makes victims of us all, that holds us prey to its depredations. Now we're going to do 3 things here today. We're going to acknowledge, proclaim, and reclaim our victimhood. And by speaking it out today, we will become the most perfectly realized conception of ourselves.
Hi, I'm Bob.
And
So, my parents were pretty strict with me. Had a lot of expectations. Put some pressure on me to do my best. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sally. Well, I dropped out of school to try to become an influencer, but I only had a few thousand followers, and it turns out that's not really enough to live on. I mean, what's with that?
Hi, I'm Jim. Someone broke into my car and bribed me at gunpoint.
Really? That poor carjacker. Wonder what made him do that?
Hi, my name's Ivy. I used to be an attorney. You guys may have seen me on TV. But I didn't really find the work fulfilling. I needed to find meaning elsewhere. So I went on YouTube, watched a couple of videos, went down some rabbit holes, and next thing I knew, I was in a cult. They were trying to take people's lives, and it was a big ordeal. Long story short, I got arrested. I did some time, but I'm still looking for meaning. And so I'm here. And hopefully you guys can help me with some of that guilt.
wow. I am truly sorry. It really sounds like you've suffered the hands of society.
I mean, maybe. Or did I just make bad choices?
Hardly. In today's world, it can be difficult to find purpose. You took the only choice available to you, and that takes courage. Well, everyone, I believe that's enough for today. I am available for one-on-one sessions. Listen, why don't we schedule a private meeting and talk further? Detective Maybourne, pleasant surprise. What'd you think of my little meeting?
Very interesting. How long have you been doing this?
2 years. But over that time, I've worn many a hat, and I've noticed there's one thing that unites us all. It's
Trauma.
trauma. Exactly. You know, it makes victims of us all. But you're not here to discuss philosophy. So I might ask, what are you here for?
Conducting some follow-up on an investigation. You familiar with a man by the name of Ivan Wheeler?
Ivan Wheeler. You know what? I think I heard his name on the news. He attacked somebody?
Yeah, I attacked a friend of mine, actually.
Yeah, I am so sorry to hear that, but what does that have to do with me?
He was carrying one of your business cards, so...
You know, I think I do remember Mr. Wheeler. Very troubled individual. We had some one-on-one sessions. I tried to help him, but he just wouldn't open up to us.
Before he died, he said a reckoning was coming. He didn't make it sound like he was working alone, either. Did anyone say something like that in one of your sessions?
Goodness, no, Detective. If one of our attendees had done that, we'd kick him out. No, here, we don't create victims. We help them.
Right. Do you have a list of attendees at all? It might help us go and identify possible associates.
I always keep a list of my attendees in case anything goes wrong. Perhaps you might know one of them? Ivy? Well, that must be pretty awkward for you, huh?
I was just doing my job.
Alas, I must take my leave. Got an important date to report today.
One more thing. You mentioned before that you heard about Ivan Wheeler on the news.
I did?
That's impossible.
And why's that?
Well, we haven't made any public statements about his involvement yet.
I suppose I must have been mistaken. Good day, Detective.
Hey, Chief.
How'd it go?
Well, he's hiding something, but I did manage to get a list of attendees from his sessions. Find anything on your end?
Of course. I'm the mentor character with access to timely plot-relevant information.
And?
Turns out that Ambrose Graves is an alias. His real name is Henry Salt.
Why would he want to change his name?
Keep digging. By the way, I saw our old friend Ivy in there. How's she caught with these people?
I'm not sure.
Maybe you should ask.
I don't want to get her involved. Wait a minute.
What is it?
Look who else attended some of his sessions. Thanks for setting this up, Alexis.
Are you sure about this? I mean, I know he can't do anything from a maximum security prison, but anytime he's involved, something bad seems to happen.
Not this time.
Ah, Maybourne. Miss Ravenwood. The two people most responsible for my current predicament.
Dion?
What could bring about this meeting, I suppose? Maybe a twinge of nostalgia for an old friend? Or could you be here to confess your sins?
Maybe another time. I want information.
Of course. It's always about what you can extract from other people.
It's called investigation, something a former cop should understand.
I understand your investigations tend to leave a trail of human wreckage in their wake. Like when you arrested me for taking out the scum in the city.
This is going nowhere.
Dion, you can hate me all you want. But you did care about something once upon a time, and that was holding criminals accountable.
Go on.
You attended a VCTM meeting in prison, right?
This Graves person was visiting the prison, spreading his message. I attended a session. It wasn't for me. But what does this have to do with holding criminals accountable?
One of his patients attacked a cop. I'm concerned there's something larger at play.
Well, did he deserve it?
I'm ending this transmission.
Wait. I just need to know if Graves expressed any issues with law enforcement.
I believe that's your job, Maybourne. Good luck on the investigation.
Now I'm even more concerned about this hearing today.
What hearing?
Graves is proposing a new rehabilitation program for felons to the court.
We need to stop whatever he's planning.
All we have are suppositions and inferences. You know where that's gotten you before.
This time will be different.
I hope you're right.
The investigation was at a crossroads, and so was I. I had to make a decision. Should I involve the woman who betrayed me all those years ago? If I was going to protect the precinct, I had to.
Hey, Ivy.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
How have you been?
Just drifting around after all those things I did 3 years ago.
It's in the past. You served your time.
Yeah, maybe.
I was debating whether or not to ask this, but I need your help.
For a case? It's Graves Group, isn't it? Figures. You know, at first I thought they were legit, but turns out just another cult. Typical Ivy falling for the same trick twice.
Sounds like you know something. Care to share?
It isn't much, just some things I've heard here and there. But why would you even trust me? I lied to you. I lied to everybody.
Any kind of lead is better than nothing.
What if I decline? The last time we were involved, I went down a really bad path. I think I should stop myself before I go down one again.
I understand. Sorry for bothering you. You know, just because you were bad at once doesn't mean you're bad forever.
Do you really believe that?
In spite of everything, I do.
Kirk, wait. I want to help.
And that's why this proposal is so necessary, Your Honor. And while these people might be violent criminals, they weren't always that way. In fact, perhaps at one time they were an innocent child, full of hope. And as a society, we let them down. And I hate to say this, Your Honor, but we are complicit in making these monsters. Now, let's turn back the clock. By releasing them into my program, we begin the important, nay, essential process of rehabilitating and reintegrating them back into society. And together, collectively, I think we can end this cycle of violence. Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Ravenwood, your response.
Your Honor, what Mr. Graves is proposing sounds appealing, but the fact of the matter is that one of his patients committed a crime just last night. We cannot entrust any more people to his form of therapy.
If I may respond to the prosecutor's comments, Mr. Wheeler, indeed a violent individual, had not attended our meetings for quite some time. In fact, had he done so, he might have gleaned something of inherent value. So I beg you, Your Honor, please don't end this program on account of what amounts to a bad apple.
You both bring up valid points. I will take this matter into careful consideration.
So you want to know more about those VCTM meetings?
And Ambrose Graves specifically.
Well, you're in luck because I was kind of already looking into him.
Why?
I got super into his philosophy, started digging up all these old articles and podcasts he'd been on, and trying to figure out where his ideas were coming from. But it felt like the more I kept digging, the less I understood. He was just shrouded in mystery. That is when I realized he had a past.
Yeah, it's Henry Salt.
Isn't that weird that he changed his name? I mean, I figured he must be hiding some kind of past, maybe even a criminal one. But the more I looked, he just turned out to be some average white-collar worker. I did reach out to 2 of his former colleagues, though.
You're very thorough in your research.
I'd like to know a thing or two about a cult leader before I join them.
I hope you'll reconsider your opposition, Miss Ravenwood.
And I hope you reconsider your philosophy before you get someone else killed.
Wheeler just had to go on his own personal vendetta. Now the courts have all the ammo they need to shut down my program. I told you Wheeler couldn't be trusted, sir. Well, next time let's be a little bit more careful, shall we?
And that brings us to Jim and Jordana.
Hello.
Kirk Maybourne. They're experts at delivering exposition. Take it away, guys.
Henry Salt was a buddy of ours back at Fat Corp. Back then he was a little quiet.
A little nerdy, but
always reliable.
Wait, are you guys finishing each other's sentences?
we've mastered the art of breaking down long, boring expositions between multiple people.
To keep it interesting all the way through.
Right. Okay, what does this Fat Corp do?
Well, that's easy. It's a Santa Barbara-based company where we create novelties that are a little stupid.
Nonetheless, become a fad for a while. You might have heard of the Snuggie, the bathrobe you wear backwards.
Or the flailing tube man.
Or the signs that you see people dancing on the street.
All Fat Corp.
And what was Henry's role at the company?
Henry was just a low-level staffer.
But he was trying to break through. He wanted to be a pitch man.
Of stupid stuff.
Did any of his ideas take off?
Nope. Management rejected all of his ideas.
And then they let him go.
Well, now one of his ideas has become popular.
With dangerous consequences.
Hey, don't do that. Well, is that all?
Yep.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Any
time.
Kirk.
Ivy.
God, we were so close.
Why do you have to do this? You step right on over me.
I'm the boss.
You are not the boss.
Well, that was exhausting.
But hopefully helpful?
A little. Still, it doesn't tell us exactly what he's doing now. I think we need to try a more direct approach.
Hello?
Hi, Ambrose. Yeah, it's Ivy.
Ah, good to hear from you. You ready for that private session?
Yeah, can you meet later this afternoon?
Yeah, well, I suppose I can free up some time for that.
Okay, I'm in location. You guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Proceeding with the mission.
Remember, first sign of trouble, you get out of there.
Understood.
No, it's fine. Mom? No, I love you too. Bye. Ivy! Welcome. Please, have a seat. So, what brings you to our Mecca VCTM today?
Curiosity, I guess. I mean, I have been experiencing some doubts.
About your station in life. No, that makes sense when society sort of casts you aside and makes you feel like your existence is listless. Must make you feel anger.
So how do I move past that anger?
Accountability.
What do you mean?
Well, accountability can take many forms, and we can formulate a life plan that suits your needs.
What about you? I mean, I'm sure you must have dealt with a lot of issues in your life, right?
Well, sure, I've had my share of setbacks. People who didn't quite see it my way, pigs who feasted at the trough of my imagination.
How'd you deal with them? With accountability?
Not yet, but soon.
So I have an update on our program.
You know what? I'll be right back.
Okay, did you get all that?
We did, all the way back to his phone call with his mom.
No, I'm gonna take a look around. something called the Santa Barbara Plan. I don't know, it looks like some gala he's attending. I'm not finding anything here. I'm gonna go listen in on their conversation.
Ivy, disengage.
Good news, the court will not interfere with the first wave.
But what about future waves?
Suspended due to safety concerns.
Damn Ravenwood. Look, it'll be fine, all right? Because all we need is one patient. Then we'll be set.
Agreed.
And that prosecutor is sort of a thorn in my side, but you know what? The boys, they need some practice before tomorrow, don't you think?
Are you suggesting?
I'll put it this way. Accidents happen all the time. Even prosecutors.
Now you're speaking my language.
Oh shit. Did you hear that? Something about an accident happening to a prosecutor?
You caught me. You need to get out of there now.
Lock down the building.
You go to Alexis. I'm gonna get Ivy.
Kirk, I'm sorry. I've been meaning to call you, but...
Alexis, listen to me. Someone's coming for you. Hide. The chief's on his way. Where do you think you're going, Maybourne? Stop. Come on, let's go.
Drop the gun. Are you all right?
Chief, stay with me.
So how'd you get out of it, boss?
Yeah, what'd you tell the cops?
I just explained we had nothing to do with it. Group of hooligans causing trouble. Apparently, Chief Riggs bought it.
What an idiot.
Reporting in, sir.
And what of Miss Ravenwood?
She's alive. The old chief showed up and shot me.
How disappointed.
Please, sir, I need a doctor.
Have you seen this little invention of mine? It may just look like a cane. A tool of stability and support, but it's multifaceted. It's also a tool of retribution. Just like me. It needs to maintain its edge.
Hey, man. You made your point. He did his best.
You're right. Despite his failure, he did demonstrate his commitment to the cause. Unlike you. He passed the test. Now patch him up.
Sir, we have a guest.
Forgot to mention our latest recruit.
Shooting all over the city. Prosecutor attacked. The old chief in a hospital. This is getting way out of hand, Maybourne.
That's why we need to arrest Graves immediately.
On what evidence? Rumor and innuendo?
There's more than that. We have a statement from Graves saying there's going to be an accident that happens to a prosecutor right before that prosecutor is attacked. Come on, Alexis. Help me out here.
As much as I want him locked up, I have to agree with Riggs. Our strongest piece of evidence comes from the word of a felon.
So all the attempts to recruit felons, the creepy therapy sessions, the veiled threats, all that means nothing? Doesn't the chief deserve justice?
You're making this a personal vendetta. I don't like where this is going, Maybourne. I'm taking you off the case.
We don't have time for this, Riggs.
Make time. I'm putting you and Ravenwood in a safe house. It's for your own protection.
This is exactly what he wants. He's threatened by us. That's why he wants us out of the game.
Like I said, it's over. And don't even think about doing that thing you do.
What thing?
That going rogue thing.
You really think I'd do that?
Damn it, Maybourne!
The former chief of police has been hospitalized after an apparent break-in at a prosecutor's home. We are awaiting details regarding his condition. In a separate incident, Detective Kirk Maybourne is under scrutiny following an assault outside VCTM headquarters. Sources say Detective Maybourne was investigating its founder, Ambrose Graves, for alleged criminal activity. I spoke with Graves' attorney about the investigation.
My client, Ambrose Graves, is a humanitarian and a scholar. Meanwhile, Detective Maybourne is a loose cannon, trespassing upon my client's business and making wild accusations. Now, this is par for the course for Detective Maybourne, who is continuously wrong about everything. Okay, sure. He stopped the vigilante cop and the TV host who held the city hostage and the cult who took over the internet and my involvement in said cult who took over the internet. But this time, Maybourne is way off base, okay? And if he continues to harass my client, I'm going to sue him for defamation, denigration, carbonation, and pasteurization. Yeah, I think that's the word.
These events occur in the background of a controversial rehabilitation program proposed by Graves regarding convicted felons. Judge Myers agreed to implement the program after serious debate.
Heads I go through with it? Tails I don't.
Oh, Detective. I didn't think I'd be seeing you here. Thought your chief would be berating you for a while longer.
We know you were behind it.
Behind what?
All these attacks the last 2 days.
I haven't the faintest idea of what you're talking about. You know, Detective, you're chasing shadows. But don't worry, I'll be taking my leave of here soon.
Part of your Santa Barbara plan?
Wonder how you heard about that. You know, it's unfortunate. Tied yourself to this lunatic. I could have shown you enlightenment.
Try me.
You think there's something wrong with you. Really, it's the world. And everything he represents.
You can spout this victim mentality crap all you want. But in the end, it's the justice system that protects the real victims.
I wonder if Mr. Valance feels the same.
Greetings, Maybourne.
I suppose you need no introductions to our newest member?
I didn't think you bought into this nonsense, Dion.
I didn't. But I'm an open man. I might be convinced.
Then you're a hypocrite.
No, Detective. That's you. You speak of justice, yet you destroy lives along the way. And look at how quickly he threw you in prison. Yet, when he needs information, he comes crawling back.
I didn't want to get her entangled in this, but you forced my hand. So I had to stop you from hurting innocent people.
Those who've been harmed are far from innocent. Now, if you don't mind, you got a speech to prepare for.
You once thought that the justice system didn't go far enough. They make common cause of criminals? For what?
For freedom, Maybourne. Principles mean nothing if you're stuck in a cage.
Even that means that some bad guys get away too.
Who cares if a few get away? Now that I'm free, multitudes will pay.
What's happened to you? Of all people, he had to get involved.
Forget him. We need to figure out what to do next.
I'm not sure there is a next.
What do you mean?
It means I'm tired, Ivy. Everything I built is being destroyed as we speak. We make the city safe, and my superiors come down on me. I put criminals away, and they're let out. I don't have the energy to fight this anymore.
So the going gets tough and you back out.
Maybe somebody else should step forward.
I am. Doesn't that count for something?
That was a mistake. Shouldn't have gotten you involved.
Hey, that prosecutor is alive because of me.
You also jeopardized the investigation by not following my orders.
This isn't fair. You come back in my life and you want to deny me redemption? You sure know how to reopen old wounds.
I didn't want to reopen anything. I stayed away for a long time because I didn't want to hurt you again.
Well, avoiding me hasn't helped either, because I'm still hurting.
You think that I don't know that? Because I am too, thanks to what you did.
You're right. You know what? I hurt you and I hurt a lot of people, and I am going to regret that for the rest of my life. Goodbye, Kirk.
So you in? The city continues to die out there, and no one will make it right.
But you threw away a friend. I think you regret what you've done to me.
Master, you could have easily killed him. Why did you let him live?
You do not let a hero like Detective Maybourne die when he is at his lowest. I won't stop until you are broken, just like your old partner.
Your old life is dead. You can carry on my legacy.
Even when things were at their lowest, it never felt like this. Graves knows exactly where to hit us, where all the chinks in the armor are. I really wish you were awake right now. Maybe you'd give me some advice on what to do next.
He'd tell you to do one thing. Persevere.
What do you mean?
When Heath Wortham threatened this town, who stopped him? You did. When a bunch of his cultists held the internet hostage, who saved the town? You did. This time is no different. You face a roadblock. You push through. You never give up. That's the Maybourne way.
Well, the Maybourne way hurts a lot of people too.
Sometimes. But it also holds them accountable. Somebody has to.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, that was surprisingly coherent. Are you feeling all right?
I'm on a lot of drugs right now. Where will you go?
I'm heading to the coast. Maybe the police chief out there can help me.
So you want us to investigate a therapy group that is planning a party?
No, not a therapy group. A bunch of cultists. And it's not the party that's the problem. It's what they intend on doing there.
Which you think is something bad.
I know it's bad. Do I have to explain all the actors involved again?
I'm good. I've seen several of the movies. Maybourne, I'm sorry. You're on your own. Have a good day.
All you police chiefs are the same.
No, we're not.
I guess they're not willing to help?
No. Looks like I'm on my own again.
No, you're not.
This is the hour, my friends. We need to organize our strike against our targets.
Who exactly are these targets?
Pigs, who cause suffering of workers everywhere.
I see.
All right. Let's begin final preparations.
How'd you know where to find me?
Oh, the chief said you'd be here planning your next move.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. Unless...
We visit Graves' mother.
Did say something about seeing her.
Wait, I know exactly where she lives.
Well, it's worth a shot. Mrs. Salt?
Yes, that's me. At least I think that's me. Who are you?
We're friends of your son.
Oh, you just missed him. Did you need something?
Wanted to ask you a few questions about him, if that's all right.
What did you want to know?
We were curious about Henry's past. What was he like growing up?
Oh, my little Henry always had such big ideas. He'd dream up all sorts of inventions. Sunglasses with windshield wipers. Lava lamp beds, stuff like that. We were so proud of his creative little mind.
Did he ever have any problems with anyone?
Someone he might blame for something?
Yes. Thanks to Fad Corp.
What happened?
My son went there and thought he was going to change the world. They came up with the Snuggie, right? Oh, it was a blanket and a robe all in one. Now, why didn't someone come up with that sooner?
Mrs. Salt? What happened at Fat Corp?
My son addressed a problem that afflicts all mankind. He invented a small device that spins in your hands and keeps you focused. He called it the twitchy spinning spin.
That's a fidget spinner.
Yes, that's what they called it after they fired him and stole his idea. They made millions from it. Millions.
Is he still angry about that?
My little Henry went through a deep depression for a little time. He had to move home. It broke my heart. But my Henry did not give up. He focused on self-improvement of the mind and body. He turned his life around. And then he decided to build a therapy empire based on his recovery process. All so he could get revenge on the pigs that wronged him.
You wouldn't happen to know how he plans on doing, would you?
Oh, my Henry doesn't tell his old mother these things. He seems to be more focused on the party. Says all his friends are going. I assume you'll be there?
Yeah, we just seem to have misplaced our invitations.
Well, he left one here. He says it'll be to die for.
He's gonna kill everyone at that gala.
I mean, shouldn't we tell the police?
They won't believe us.
So then what's the plan?
We crashed the party. I've gotta go handle something. I'll meet you back at the court.
Storm's coming, Maybourne.
Why are you here, Dion?
Just giving you one last chance to run.
We've been here before. Many times over the last decade. I'm not running.
Everyone's luck runs out eventually. Even yours.
Aren't you tired of this? The anger, the resentment? Do you even remember why you were doing this in the first place?
Oh, I remember. It was you that stopped me from enacting justice.
You were killing innocent people who got in your way. That isn't justice. The system isn't broken because it stopped you. It stopped you because you are broken. It's time to take responsibility for what you've done. Please, stop this before it's too late.
It's already too late. It's no going back.
Hey, Chief. Chief? Where'd you go?
How's the escape route looking?
The boat will be waiting at the designated location.
Good. Once the mission is finished, off to Mexico.
Mexico? What's the plan? Fight corruption there?
Yeah, plenty of corruption to go around.
You know there won't be enough room for everyone on board.
You let me worry about that, Mr. Valance. You just focus on getting even with Maybourne. That's all you care about, isn't it?
Before we go in there, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, Kirk. You don't have to do that.
Hear me out. Thought by staying away, I was doing the right thing. Didn't want to dredge up painful memories.
I know.
There was something else, too. Somewhere, deep down, I held a grudge.
I get it. I lied to you.
Yeah. But I wanted you to go and feel the anger that I felt, too. So I stayed away. I left you alone, and you needed someone more than ever.
You know I could have reached out to you. But I kind of gave up on fixing things. I just figured my life was completely over.
It never was. It could get dangerous. Sure you're ready for this?
I want to see this through to the end. But I need you to promise that you will too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Let's get started with tonight's big event. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Nathan Winters, the CEO of Fad Corp. But for some of you, you know me by an alternative name. Boss. Oh, we just had a banner year at Fad Corp, and the best is yet to come. But you're not here to listen to one of my stockholder spiels. No. You're here for the man of the hour. He's a philosopher by day and a healer by night. His therapy sessions are sweeping across our state, and he's the newest inductee to our elite society. Please give a warm welcome to Ambrose Graves.
Thank you for that warm, warm welcome, Mr. Winters. You know what's funny? I never thought I'd be here. Up here on this stage. In fact, well, would you like to join me, Mr. Winters? Come on. I always dreamed about standing alongside this titan of industry. You know, I always thought I had what it took to be one of the elite.
Clearly you do.
Of course, that's before my star was thwarted. Before my dreams were cast aside. Well, of course, that's okay, because I have a new dream. And I'd like to share it with you all. To tear down what you built and send it screaming headlong into the abyss. What's wrong, Nathan? Shaking in your boots. That's all right, I've got something for you. You might know this little gadget. Fidget spinner. Henry Salt! Give this man a prize. How does getting shot in the face? No.
Hey, Graves. How does "you're under arrest" sound?
Is the escape route secure?
Just waiting on my order. Where's the rest of the team?
Some sacrifices had to be made.
Chief. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Take care of Graves. I've got this.
Stop!
Now's the time to earn your keep.
Got nowhere to run, Graves.
To the contrary, I could just have Dion kill you here now.
He's had plenty of chances to kill me before. He won't succeed now.
I find your confidence to be quite irritating. Why won't you leave me alone?
You knew this was only going to end one way when you attacked my friends.
I didn't even mean for you to become involved. Wheeler acted of his own accord and took vengeance against the pigs who came after him. But I suppose our paths were always going to cross.
Why?
Because you protect the established order, the loyal dog, and I oppose everything you uphold.
You're no revolutionary. You're just a psycho who wants to kill people because they ripped you off.
They took everything from me.
You built yourself back up, though. You could have done anything else with your life. Instead, you decided to waste that opportunity, that second chance, on this.
I want them to feel pain! But you denied me that opportunity. And now you're gonna feel it. Change the plans. He's mine.
It's over.
Not yet!
What do you know about loss? What do you know about failure? I have nothing! Nothing! My family's broken! My parents left me high and dry! I had to fight for everything!
You fight for nothing. Only your own selfish desires. There's no purpose, no accountability. You could be doing literally anything else than what you're doing right now. No, I've lost more than you know. Friends, family. That's because they came in conflict with an ideal. But I accept that, because that ideal is bigger than me. And that's to stop assholes like you.
Well, you failed.
Change of plans, Graves. You're done.
Thank you.
Several months have passed, and the precinct is safe once more. Ambrose Graves is prosecuted for his crimes. Life in the valley is still hard, though. We face setbacks every day. Yet despite these difficulties, we move forward to a place beyond despair. Because we have something to fight for beyond ourselves. We have each other. This is Kirk Maybourne, signing off.